We are live, coming to you from Richfield, Minnesota. Yeah, Rink 2. Richfield, very historic rink, Rink 1 anyway. Rink 2 being built as recently, I believe I saw 1999. So we're in the second rink, the practice rink. Makes it a little tighter for the stands. We got about 4 rows. We're going to stream from the top row. You can see the glass kind of right in the way here. We'll do our best. But today your Wildcats take on the Minneapolis Storm. Fun fact, Storm redoing their sweaters. If you played Minneapolis in the past, the big classic kind of M was their logo. They have the Minneapolis abbreviation in script across the front of their sweaters. And instead of the S line coming across the bottom like it always has in the past, it kind of flourishes up looking like the spoon and cherry from the Walker Art Institute. So a little shout out to Minnesota culture. You live in Minnesota, you've probably seen the cherry and the spoon. So that's kind of cool. Talking to a Minneapolis dad saying that was new. People are loving it. So apparel with that new logo on it, they just cannot keep it on the shelf there in Minneapolis. So that's cool. Speaking of apparel, we have a handful of ladies still without their sweaters. Looking forward to having everyone dressed the same with names and numbers. There we go. Puck is down. That's going to be Minneapolis pushing forward with the draw. Waconia there to contest inside. They're going to get it out. Minneapolis will have to clear, and they don't. So we're going to get a quick whistle right away. Offsides right here in front of Coach Jornby. So this is a coach-controlled scrimmage. Coach from both teams out there. So, like we've seen in the past in some of these coach-controlled ones, it will replicate a game. They'll let it be as game-like as possible, but you'll see some coachable moments happening there as well. So, switching it up. The other night we had Stanislawski in net. Now we have Hedgeholds in net. Those two girls going to be doing some trading of time as the netminder. Braylon, I had a chance to talk to her last night. Her brother was playing at Velocity where my son was playing, and she is excited to be in net. She's going to be in net today and tomorrow. She really enjoys skating out, but also really enjoys being the netminder. So we'll see how that treats her today. So far, we're just about a little over a minute into this contest. Waconia getting it out of the defensive zone across the red line for the first time. They're going to push into the offensive zone. That's Eliza Corbett. She has a sweater, maybe just a mishap. She's wearing that purple practice sweater down there in the corner. Puck comes up to the blue line, held at the blue line by Van Allsburg. Looks, cycles down, nice pass. Finds Loomis. Loomis momentarily loses that one, so it hits the back wall. See if we can zoom in here a pinch. Again, not ideal. So Minneapolis pushing through our defenseman. Back check by Van Allsburg, able to pull that one off the tape, slow down that what was potentially a breakaway opportunity for Minneapolis. Minneapolis kind of bullies their way into the offensive zone though. So far we've seen a lot of that. Only 2 minutes in, but a lot of Minneapolis just kind of pushing into the offensive zone. Waconia kind of looking like they're just trying to get their feet underneath them here. Waconia tries to exit the zone, held at the blue line by Minneapolis. And knock it down, halfway down, and that's going to come out. We're going to get an icing call. Nope. Chips off the board. Loomis able to scoop that up before it gets all the way down. More battling. Waconia will use the opportunity for a partial line change. Stanislawski comes off the bench, elbows up, knocks the player down. And now Johnson has the puck. A little soft pass up to Stanislawski. She's outside the blue line. Trying to bully her way in. Minneapolis had other ideas though. They push it back. Grove will collect, turn, look to fire to Edel. Minneapolis back check there. So now we're into the offensive zone. Stanislawski racing. She gets there first. She's going to take a quick shot. Stick save by the goalie to her left. Hits the back wall, wraps around, comes up. Now it's right at the middle. Can we hold at the blue line? Ooh, almost had an opportunity. I believe that is Finley, one of our new additions to Waconia hockey. Super excited to see the program going. We have multiple skaters, like I mentioned, who are new to hockey, and that is awesome. The girls program is continuing to grow in Waconia. Yeah, that's going to come with some growth pains, but we are okay with that. The program is continuing to grow, and that's what we're after. Urbaniak at center, Stanislavski on the right. Defensive pair, I believe that is Johnson and Pinyard. We're going to take that one, push down in. A little bit of back and forth here, kind of in a scrum. Grove knocks it down, tries to get on net, it's deflected, so it's going to hit the back wall to the goalie's left. Minneapolis swings that one around their netminder to the near corner here in the offensive zone. Stanislavski gets there first. And she is surrounded. 4 Minneapolis players kind of right there. But Grove picks that one up. She loses an edge. So we're battling. That's going to come up to the blue line. Johnson will have a chance to hold. Oh, doesn't even make it. Minneapolis gets there first. Stanislavski turns him back. Johnson monitoring from the blue line. Grove, Stanislavski right there. Urbaniak waiting for the puck to squirt out. She's calling for it in the middle if we can get it to her. And that's going to sneak out of the zone. So Minneapolis will turn. Oh, Stanislavski just needed to turn. She was going for the bench. Didn't realize that Minneapolis was on an odd man rush there, kind of right behind her. Back check for Waconia gets there though, so we're good on the back wall. 10:20 left in this first period. That's going to be Pinyard. Pinnard. I'll have to ask somebody how to say that one. Kinley, we know that much. Loomis picks it up just inside the blue line. She's over, tries to chip it up to herself. It's deflected. She manages to retain possession. She's in the offensive zone. Waconia will get 4 fresh legs, so Loomis ends up just being all by herself down there. Eliza gets down there, quick shot, stick save, deflected. Minneapolis will take it up the middle. Defensive change, we can't get to it. Van Allsburg's going to chase and retreat. She'll get there first, turn, look, fire, find. We're going to do a little tic-tac-toe pass that gets it up to the red line. And that's where Minneapolis slows it down. Ooh, nice little kind of random push right in the zone. Oh, Loomis had that one quick shot. Stick save, Minneapolis goaltender. Nice job. Strong shot. That was Corbett. And we got a goal. Corbett on the wraparound. Let's look at that one again. So, Loomis taking it down, hits the back wall. Corbett picks it up. Initial save by Minneapolis. Corbett on the wraparound, knocks that one in. So just some stick to it, some grit. Nice job, girls. All right, you've got Stanislavski on the left. I believe that is Edel at center, Grove on the right. You've got Atkinson and Van Allsburg as your D pair. Battling far wall just inside the blue line. Minneapolis tries to fire that one down on net, deflected off a lot of sticks and legs. Just kind of piled up there. Puck squirts down like it's wont to do. Hit the back wall. Van Allsburg turns, fires. Nobody at the blue line for Minneapolis. Oh, but it just dies in a huge pile of snow right in front of the Waconia bench. So Minneapolis will retain the zone. Does not have possession. Van Allsburg will pick it up behind the net. Ooh, tries to look it up. Was trying to find Grove. She zigged. Becca went for the zag pass. Grove zigged, so we didn't make a connection. Minneapolis holding here again. Right, fires right down the middle, deflected off the tape of one of their own players. We just can't seem to get out of the zone. We're just battling right inside it. There we go. Now we're finally out. Minneapolis is going to get there first. Grove, Stanislavski, we're chasing. So Waconia kind of picking up where they took off yesterday. Playing a little bit more aggressive. Really trying to push the tempo. The first couple scrimmages, you saw a team playing super safe, kind of unsure. So, little baby steps in the right direction. Nice little move, gets by one. That was Stanislavski. Beautiful stretch pass up to Grove. Grove's got it, quick shot. 5-hole save. Rebound right in front. Stanislavski tried to hammer that one in on her own rebound, but 2 good saves by the Minneapolis goalie. That was Grove, excuse me. Stanislavski had the pass, the nice pass to find a charging Grove. So we'll get a face-off to the goalie's left. This Minneapolis goalie proving to be pretty strong so far. Got Urbaniak at center. That's going to be Corbett on the left. Minneapolis trying to figure out some lines here. Again, this is, like we said, the coachable moment. And we've got 6 players out and get it figured out. Low stakes here in a scrimmage. Lots of coaching moments. draw, initially pushed by Minneapolis. Goes up to the blue line, held by Waconia. And here we go. Gets backhanded down to the back wall by Corbett. Minneapolis will pick it up. They'll turn, try to fire up. And now it's kind of loose. Ooh, ends up kind of floating right across the middle. Urbaniak not low enough to kind of try to hammer that one in on the backside. Potential opportunity there. Blue line, Johnson, nice job. She'll kick it down. Minneapolis will come right back up. Oh, here we go. They push through. Waconia back check. Nice job. That's Loomis. Just hustling down. Came from way behind the play to get there in time to push that one off. No shot on net. So Waconia goalie not being really tested early. We saw this. We talked about this the other night. On one hand, you love Minneapolis just not getting shots on net. That's a good thing. You also wonder about your goalie getting too cold, just not having opportunity to stay warm, getting that up and down. Braylin doing what she needs to do, playing very aware in the net, cycling left to right, following that puck. Waconia kind of tied up in front. We're going to get a little push to the outside blue line. Ooh, Corbett wanted to go inside. Got knocked down. Now here, Braylin interacts with the puck. Sticks it over to her left in the near corner here down by us. Got a real good view of what's happening down there. Waconia will come out of the corner, push it up the middle. We're out of the zone. That's going to go far side. Urbaniak will get there first. Ooh, she overskates it. So just kind of flies right by it. She'll cycle it over right in front of us here. Stay on sides. Nice job. That's Loomis doing a good job staying on side. Girls pushing into the zone, then kind of just letting it float off the tape. Oh, here we go. Storm pulling that one kind of through multiple Waconia players. They've got an odd man rush. Oh, cover save. Nice job, Braylin. Braylin smartly covering that one, not letting that one kind of hang out in front of her. Nice job. So, drop to the left of netminder Hedgeholtz. Looks like you're going to have Ariel at center. Stanislavski on her left. I believe that is Grove on her right. I think I'd have the numbers down by now. Yes, that was Grove. Atkinson and Van Allsburg as your D pair. So initial win on the draw by Minneapolis. Waconia will pull that off their tape, push it deep into the offensive zone. Now they got to clear though, and they don't. So that's going to come back. We'll get a draw just outside the offensive zone, right in front of the Minneapolis bench. .347 left in this first period. Jornby on the drop, pushes it forward. Minneapolis will take it. It's lost in the skates and sticks. There you go. Now Waconia will backhand it in the offensive zone. Minneapolis grabs it, kicks it out to the red line. And Allsburg will pick it up. Looking, moves it. Was trying to find Grove. Van Allsburg, just tried to find that one. Minneapolis pushing through in their steps. Here we go. Urbaniak doing a great job on the back check. Atkinson, excuse me. As the defensive pairing to Van Allsburg. Jornby takes a big swipe at it. There we go. Waconia right inside the blue line defensive zone. Just trying to get it out right now. Minneapolis just trying to hammer that one down. They hold again. Minneapolis doing a good job of holding the zone when they have it. They're holding the zone. They're not retaining possession. So no sooner said than done. I say they're good holding the zone well, then Waconia kicks it out. Stanislavski, who just needed to get by one. And she would have had something there. But Minneapolis with a back check pulls it off the tape. And we're going to come back the other way. So Finley will retreat. She'll chase. Looking. Right up the middle. Finds Edel just outside the blue line. Pulled off the tape though from someone behind her. Minneapolis will attempt to push in, but get a quick offside call. Coaches, you can see over there, instructing the Minneapolis player, hey, good job taking the puck off the tape, but puck needs to get in the zone first. Edel on the drop, pushes it forward. Minneapolis is going to get there first, though, and take possession. So in the offensive zone, they'll cycle. Intercepted. D-to-D pass. Quick shot. Nice save again. The girls are going to have to start lifting that puck. This Minneapolis goalie, very strong. Does a good job of covering that 5-hole and dropping down. So girls need to start looking for those upper corners. This goalie's going to be a tough one to crack if they can't start lifting that puck. Edel on the draw. She'll take it. Try to shoot Minneapolis. Get some sticks down. Deflects. Corbett. Holes tries to find a left edge. Puck's going to come up. Johnson over. Minneapolis tries to chip off the board. Waconia holds. Minneapolis, and they're out of the zone. Waconia's going to have to retreat. Minneapolis, just again bullying their way through the D-line. Quick shot. Nice deflected save by Hedgeholds. Kick save. It's off to her right, that far corner where Waconia will pile up. There we go. It's loose. All right, we're going to get a whistle. Waconia is not going to be able to get to that one first. So that's going to come all the way back. 29 seconds. Running time, looks like, at least at this point in this scrimmage of this period. First period, rather. So we'll get a draw, probably not much else. Stanislawski on the left, Urbaniak taking the draw, Grove on the right, and Alsberg Atkinson is your D pair. Urbaniak knocks that one backhand off the draw over the far wall. Minneapolis will take it, try to fire it down, deflected, and there we go. There's the end of the first period. So we're going to go quiet. We will come back. We'll see you to start the second period. Back. Sides have switched. Coaches reminding the girls which way to go. Waconia will be skating from left to right now on your screens. Draw goes to Waconia. They push forward. Initially knocked back then by Minneapolis. The battling. That's Grove just doing the dirty work there, just fighting for that puck. And now we're going to get tagged for offside. So we're going to come back, not hearing the whistle. So that's going to come back. We'll get a face-off just outside the offensive zone right in front of the Waconia bench. So a new D pair, Atkinson, Van Allsberg are going to go off. And we're going to get a whole fresh line change. So you've got Pinnard and Johnson as your D pair, Loomis on the right, Jordan B as your center, and Corbett over there as your left winger. Draw, Jordan B wins the draw, pushes over to Loomis. Loomis looking for that outside edge. She'll get into the zone. Take it down to the corner where Minneapolis tries to push it back. Ooh, just floats right in front of the net. Nobody home there for Waconia to do much about that. Minneapolis tries to push it up the boards. Corbett trying to hold. Nope, that's going to blow by both. And Minneapolis trying to get off to the races here. Ooh, nice little save, cover by Braylon. Oh, Lynn proving to be up to the task, not getting a lot of action, but when she sees a shot, doing a real good job of covering up, not giving Minneapolis many rebound opportunities. Jordan B back on the draw. No line change. So that means you got Loomis and Corbett out there. Johnson and Pinner as your deep hit. Here we go. Draw initially goes to Minneapolis. They try to center it down. Lila will take it and push forward. Minneapolis with her stride for stride though. They're just going to kind of slowly grind her into the board so she doesn't get that angle to the net that she was hoping for. It's going to come up to the blue line. Here we go. Finley grabs it, pushes it down. Not hard enough though. Minneapolis able to grab that one and go back the other direction. So we're going to get a breakaway. Quick shot. Ooh, stick save. Nice job. Oh, it's loose right in front. Swipe out by Waconia. I believe that was Pinnard helping her goalie. Initial stick save and a push. Edgar Holtz didn't see that one kind of float loose on the backside wide open. Pinnard doing a great job swiping that thing out of there. Here we go. We're going to get some, let's see, yes. Nope, no line change. Here we go. Minneapolis trying to push right up the gut again. Here we go. Again, not sure if our defensive pair is just pushing a little too far. Minneapolis player loses an edge, so that puck's going to float harmlessly to the back wall. They do get a nice centering pass, though. Waconia trying to just get it out at this point. So I kind of felt in that first period, time of possession was pretty heavy, favored in Waconia. Minneapolis came out, not sure what the coach has said, but they are playing more aggressive in the second period. There we go, knocked forward by Corbett. That should be an icing call. She was on the wrong side of the red line, but nope. We'll take it. We're down in the offensive zone. If we can hold, we get to it first. Centering pass attempt by Grove. Nobody there, though. All three forwards kind of clustered up over on that far wall. Here's our D pair getting kind of confused. Both defensemen, Atkinson, Van Allsburg, standing dead center in the middle of the blue line. Down in that far corner, near corner rather, far side. Grove battling. She's going to kick it out of the zone. That's going to come back. Minneapolis will hustle. They'll get there first. They're going to cycle. Oh, nice intercepted by Stanislavski. Minneapolis tried a long stretch pass across the middle. Stanislavski said, I'll take that. Keeps it in the zone. Centering pass attempt. Here we go. It's loose. Grove's right there. Kick save made by the goalie. Rebound ends up on the back wall. And Waconia continues to fight for it. 10:39 left in the second period. Becca had pinched over. That's going to come way far over here, the fans. And also will have to cycle. Now she's just going to end up firing back in, giving her team time to clear before she fired it in. That has been something in Allsburg. I have heard her and her mother speaking about that many, many times. So it's nice to see Van Allsburg picking up on that. She needs to hustle, though, here. Minneapolis going to get there first. Ooh, no stick lift by Van Allsburg. Nice job. Minneapolis got there first. Van Allsburg on the back check. Lifts the stick, swipes the puck, pushes over the wall, allows her teammates to catch up. There we go. Waconia, odd man rush. We've got, if we can hold it. Loomis, backhand attempt, came across, didn't make it out. Looked like we had a 2-on-1 there. Just didn't develop all the way. Minneapolis holding. Try to take it out, backhand attempt, trying to just get it in front of the net. That was Loomis again, looking to take it, turn and burn, and just had it float off her stick as she did the turn. Yep, offsides. Came from out of the zone, passed to a Minneapolis player in the zone, and that's not how it works. So we'll come near side right here in front of us. Waconia using this draw as an opportunity for a full line change. You'll get Jordan B, Grove, and let's see, that's Stanislavski with Johnson and Pinnard as your D pair. Puck, ooh, loose. There you go, nice little swipe. I believe that was Jordan B. Minneapolis able to hold initially. Now they're out of the zone. Did we get out? Yes, we did. but it gets tied up in a pile of skaters. Sneaks out. Here we go. That's Grove. She's going to come across the middle. She's got one to beat. She does. Quick shot, and that goes in. Nice job. Let's look at the replay of that one. So you can see her coming across the blue line, trying to go to the right, tries to come back left, loses it. Quick shot, recovery, finds that outside edge, that goalie's right side, snuck it in. So Waconia goes up by 2. Notching 1 goal in the first, now their second goal in the second period. Second goal of the game in the second period. 8 minutes left in the second period. Edel on the draw, Loomis on the right, Corbett on the left, Van Allsburg and I'm not sure. Drawing the blank. Ooh, Minneapolis. Speedy, right down the middle, trying to find that left edge. And just gets deflected off. Now I've got just a scrum in the corner. Waconia is going to come out of that one. That's going to be Corbett. Backhand pass, nice job. Should have followed down a little better. That was a beautiful pass. Oh, centering pass, really well done. Can we just turn? Corbett trying to turn and get some leverage to get a shot, and then had her stick tied up by a Minneapolis defender. So kudos to that defender. Saved what could have been a pretty open net shot there for Corbett. So we're going to get an offsides. Pinyard saw the defensive charging rather. You don't like to fire that back in the zone with your team still in zone, but in that case, I think that actually saved a breakaway. So whether she knew it or not, that was the right decision. Van Allsburg here as your right knee. Atkinson as your left. We're going to get Savvy Urbaniak as your center. Grove and Stanislavski. So with 7 forwards, we're seeing some, your 2 D pairs stay consistent. Nice. Sliding left to right. Stick save by Hedgeholt. And then you're seeing kind of that rotation with 7, an odd man. 7th forward, you're just going to see forward lines change. This is one we haven't seen yet this particular game. I like this line. We should come, they're going to say icing, so we're going to head all the way back. Well, here we go, Waconia girls. You can see the growth. Lining up just a little bit differently, knowing that defensive draw, stacking a little tighter in front of your goalie, giving that additional coverage. Minneapolis comes out with the draw initially, pushes down to the corner. Stanislavski deflected it. Now you got Van Allsburg battling for it there behind the netminder. Van Allsburg will turn, fling it around the boards. Grove's going to pick that one up. She's going to skate up. Urbaniak turns. Urbaniak will kind of swipe that one and go. We're going to say Minneapolis. Nope. I didn't see the hand initially. I thought maybe Minneapolis got a piece of that one. But coaches say no, so we're going to come all the way back. Nope. Remember, like last night, if audio goes in and out just a little bit, that's me muting. I don't need to cough in your ears. Go, Waconia will take that one from the draw. They're going to push up. They're out of the defensive zone. Push into the offensive zone. Minneapolis will get there first. They'll try to turn, deflected off Corbett's skate right to the middle. Oh, Van Allsburg tries to reach and can't. Not Van Allsburg, Johnson. So they'll cycle. That's out of the zone. Minneapolis will have to clear. They do. Now they're going to turn, try to push back in. Loomis tries to slow them down at the blue line, but they get through. Quick shot, centering pass attempt deflected. Now here we go. If Loomis can get there first, we might have a breakaway. Quick shot. Oh, nice save. Good, strong shot by Loomis. She did it right. Goalie just was up to the task on that one. Nice stretch pass. Good job by Loomis collecting one, pulling that one in. Again, this goalie proving to be pretty solid from the knees down. If the girls could start lifting the puck, I think we'd see a lot more success on these shot opportunities. After all that, Minneapolis will pull in possession, come back the other way, trying to go down the middle, trying to just get her turned around. There you go. That's why we say, coaches say, keep your stick on the ground. Kind of got turned around as a defenseman there, but just kept her stick down and ends up deflecting that shot to the back wall. Minneapolis far board, looking to try to bring it to the middle. They do. Quick shot, kick save, goes to the right. And helps if I show you where the puck is. Here we go. Waconia has it. That's Grove. Tries to pull it up, deflected off her stick, and held by the Storm. All right, girls. Those 1 foot super soft passes we were talking about. We don't need those. Hit it like you mean it. There we go. Swipe attempt by Grove. A little high, so she goes over. Try to push through. Here we go. Oh, there's the call. Easy one there. Had that been a real game, I think we'd have a Storm player in the sin bin. But this is a scrimmage, and we're not calling penalties really, so Minneapolis will throw that one all the way back. Van Allsburg will collect it, try to shoot right up the middle. Dangerous pass, but it ends up making it all the way through. Way offsides. Yeah, Grove kind of just losing track of where she was. That's going to happen from time to time. So that's going to pull it out right here in front of us. So you can see here, there's that new logo we were talking about. Not sure if it's going to focus, but getting the spoon there underneath with the cherry. That is pretty cool. Draw goes to Waconia. Loomis pushes into the offensive zone. Minneapolis there to greet her. 1:34 left in this first period. Minneapolis will swipe at it, push it back. Waconia, nice job. Van Allsburg pulls that one, pushes it off to the wall, and allows her forwards a chance to take it and go. Nice pass by Stanislavski to Loomis. They're going to say close enough. Probably should have been offsides, but they let us have it. Now we're just battling, fighting for it here. And ooh, Minneapolis, nice pass right to the stick of their player. They couldn't quite reel that one in. They're gonna ooh, dangerous. Little misplay there by Braylon, but no harm, no foul. She is able to cover that one after I think the attacker thought she had it covered, so kind of gave up on the play. Had they stuck with it, would have had a pretty nice opportunity. So 35 seconds of running time left in the second period. We'll get a draw. Minneapolis, you got to believe, hoping for a quick shot opportunity. Let's see, Waconia. They do. They get one. I didn't even really see how that happened. Get to the replay in time. Initial save made on the replay, looks like, and then just kind of bounced up and in. So with under 10 seconds left, you hate to give one up with 10 seconds left in the period, but that's the way it goes. All right, we'll go dark for the intermission. We'll see you back here to start the third. start this third period. Waconia up over Minneapolis, 2-1. Some little friendly stick banter happening here right in front of us. Two girls trying to get the upper hand. Little chicken wing thrown there by Waconia. Minneapolis initially wins the draw. They push down the offensive zone, pushed right back, and now they push in. Waconia will take it, collect, chip it off the board. Can we get it out? Oh, she wanted to take that one and run. Just misplayed it. Continuing to battle, now it's out. Minneapolis will have to, at a minimum, retreat and clear the zone. They do, they push it up the middle, but Waconia there to contest. So now we're fighting for it, just outside our offensive zone. Right side of the red line, Minneapolis will push back. Oh, Stanislawski loses an edge. That's going to give Minneapolis a chance to come down. Quick shot. It's loose in front. Swiped away by Grove. Nice job helping her goalie. Excuse me, that's not Grove. That was Corbett. She's going to push it up. Jornby lost it in her skates momentarily. Now they got it. Here we go. Waconia looking to try to make something happen. Minneapolis pushes them back. Or outside. That's Johnson doing the defenseman thing, just kind of trying to kick it forward to her forward so they can do their work. We got to get out. Yep, we're going to get tagged for offsides on that one. Should go far side, I believe. One thing I really appreciate about the coaches, not missing an opportunity for coaching. You can see, as soon as the girls come off on their D shift, coaches just getting after them in the bench, getting in their ear in a good way, let them know what they did right, what they can improve on. These scrimmages are wonderful opportunities to learn, get game experience in a low-stakes atmosphere. Coaches doing their part, giving the lessons. Here we go. So after a little back and forth, Waconia will take it. Yep. Can't wait for the pass in the offensive zone. Grove knows that. It's a little mental error there. Becca Van Allsburg's mom, channeling her inner Chad Gens, yelling at Rebecca to skate. Here we go, draw. Kicked by Edel, back to her defenseman, Atkinson. That'll get pulled off the tape, though. Now Minneapolis is going to go back the other way. Van Allsburg trying to push him to the outside. Backhand attempt, makes it all the way through. Woo. Stick save made. Thought it might have went through, but we're clear. Waconia trying to get out of the zone. Minneapolis kicks it back the other way. Deflected down in front. Van Allsburg pushes it up the middle. Tries to find Grove. Grove finds it. Gets by one. She's got one to beat. Minneapolis will pull that one off the tape. Van Allsburg holds at the blue line, kicks it down. Oh no, a little misplay by Atkinson. Can't hold at the blue line. Now we're going to get an offsides. Yep, she went for it, just had her stick a little high, kind of swiped right over it. Stanislawski on the draw. Corbett on the left, Loomis on the right. Johnson and Pinyard as your D pair.
Go, 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 go! There
you go. Attack that puck, girls. There you go. Swiped by Loomis. That was not held in the zone, but they're going to give it to us, so we'll take it. Quick shot. Ooh, right into the skate of the goalie. It's loose. Minneapolis pulls that one, wraps around the net. Now we're going to get to Johnson, the blue line. She'll hold. Minneapolis will push back. Little misplay by Waconia. That's going to give Minneapolis. Ooh, they can't handle that rush. So they drop it off their tape. They're going to get a no call on a trip by Waconia. Centering pass attempt by Minneapolis. It's down in front. There we go. Corbett just pushes that one out. Minneapolis able to hold 5 feet inside the blue line. They're just trying to get it to the middle right now. Waconia able to finally exit the zone. Minneapolis will clear. Nice little pass. Stanislavski goes opposite side, finds Loomis. Loomis pushes into the offensive zone. It gets kind of worked into the board, so that goes down to the corner. Now we're just battling on that far wall. Can we hold? Nope. Nice save though. Yep, offsides. .25 left in this third period. Waconia up 2-1 over Minneapolis. The Minneapolis Storm. Looking, you got to do some. There you go. Now she gets it up the middle. Held by, nope, they're going to say offsides. Maybe Urbaniak had got that one in, but they're going to have her come back the other direction. Urbaniak pushes into the offensive zone after the draw win by Waconia. Grove tries to push down Minneapolis, able to fire that one up to the red line. Atkinson will collect and push it forward. Little turn, dump it in. So Jordan B is chasing Urbaniak and Grove. Van Allsburg and Atkinson is her deep pair. There we go. Minneapolis just pulling their way through again. Van Allsburg and Urbaniak doing a good job of just getting their sticks in there, slowing that attack down, allowing the rest of the team to catch up. Grove will pick it up here on the wall. Backhand finds, that was Savvy. Savvy's going to take it and go. She's in the offensive zone clean. She's got 2 to beat. Minneapolis able to get there, kind of knock her off her feet. Jornby holds the zone. Savvy will pick it up again. Now she's going to come across the middle. Quick shot, oh, right across the goal line. Had anybody been there, we could have sneezed that one in. Nobody home, though, to help out. Really strong battle for it there by Urbaniak. There we go, Atkinson. Can't get it. Van Allsburg will get there first. She'll chip it out of the zone. Right in front of the Waconia bench. Come across, there you go, Minneapolis will pick it up. We're going to push it in off the skate of Van Allsburg. Goes to just above the draw circle, and Waconia is going to chip it up and knock it to themselves. Here we go. They'll hold, enter the zone clean. Oh, beautiful pass attempt just outside of the outstretched stick of Corbett. Really good pass attempt there by Loomis. Fun to see the girls really kind of growing in these moments. Would not have seen that pass a couple weeks ago, and here we are. So fun to see them growing and making good hockey plays. Minneapolis able to exit the zone. 9:30 left in this third period. Loomis trying to push it over the red line. Minneapolis intercepts. Back and forth. Ends up with Minneapolis kicking it down in the offensive zone, getting it close to net. And Waconia able to push it back. Can't clear though. Minneapolis able to hold the zone. Go. That one pops right to the middle. Eliza will pick it up. She gets by 1. And it floats off her tape. Ends up with Waconia. But not much happening there. Stanislavski and Corbett looking. All 5 Minneapolis players right there though. And we're going to get a quick offside. Corbett not liking that call. She thought she was clean. Coach Jornby says nope. Got to call that one. Stanislavski on the draw. Urbaniak on the left. Grove on the right. Van Allsburg and looking for that 5th player. Here we go. Now they're on the ice. Waconia wins the draw, goes back to Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg pushes up to Stanislawski, who will kick in the zone. Minneapolis there to contest. Grove can't hold, so Minneapolis is going to come out. That's Urbaniak. She goes shoulders up, gets stood up, and Minneapolis comes out with the puck. Atkinson there to slow down the rush, ends up with Van Allsburg. She's going to try to throw it forward. Does so successfully on the second attempt. Beautiful stretch pass by Stanislawski. Grove just didn't realize that one was coming and couldn't pull that one in, but wow, great pass. Waconia down in the far corner, near side here. Minneapolis does a spin, pirouette, loses an edge, goes down. That allows Van Allsburg to pull the puck. Yep. I don't know. Both coaches knew that was an offside. They just let him play. Good idea. That's Atkinson. Can she hold? She does. Nice job. Minneapolis pushes it back up. Atkinson holding a second time. Girls just fighting for possession right inside the blue line. Cycle. Try to come D to D. That doesn't work. So Minneapolis will push out. And Allsburg will pick it up. Doesn't like what she sees, so she'll turn, go back the opposite way. Now she's going to try to push in. Knocked off her tape. Atkinson will pick her up, though. Atkinson turns, shoots right across the middle where Minneapolis will pick it up. They're trying to find that outside edge. A backhand attempt in the middle. Nobody home there for Minneapolis. 6:47 left in the third period. They're just trying to see who wants it more. There you go. Waconia battling. Minneapolis dump and chase. They'll throw that one into the offensive zone. There we go. Loomis is off to the race. Can she get there first? Back check for Minneapolis. Pretty strong. You can center. Quick shot off the back of the net. And Minneapolis able to fire that one out. Can't hold. Johnson tries. Loose up in front. Waconia is trying to hammer it closer and closer. Corbett has it. Quick turn. Fire. Kick save. Minneapolis goalie. Corbett will collect. Swing around. Backside the net. Wrap around attempt. Right in there. It's in the pads. No whistle. She's hammering at it. It goes in. Goes in. Nice job. Let's look at the replay of that one. So we talked about this last night. Just the coaches getting after the girls. You play till the whistle. Corbett, seeing it tucked underneath the goalie's skate, just continuing to hammer at that one 3 times until it went in with that goalie not covering. You got to just play to the whistle. Nice job. So a little more breathing room. That puts Waconia up 3-1, 5 minutes, 5:15 left here in the third period. Draw goes to Minneapolis. They're going to take that one and push. Waconia contesting. And now Waconia will take possession, try to throw it back the other way. Grove tries to turn inside, retains possession. She's in the offensive zone clean, coming right down the middle. Quick shot, deflected. Kick save to the goalie's right into the corner. Stanislawski will pick it up. Centering pass attempt, finds Grove. Grove shoots. Wide right. Urbaniak, far wall. Savvy tries to just throw it to the middle. Minneapolis there to take it. They're going to push it back the other way. Blue line can't hold, rather. She got turned around. Kudos to Finley, though, just didn't give up on that one. And chased it down, contested at the red line, and gave it back to her team. Nice job. Grove wanted to go middle, lost that one, floated off her tape. Savvy there to pick it up. Quick shot, wide left. Now we're down in the corner. Up in the corner, coming up this near wall. Waconia able to pick up possession, wrap around attempt. Nope, we're just going to take it. Trying to find that outside edge, centering pass attempt. Urbaniak just got caught a little bit in stride, so she didn't have any momentum. And we're going to get a cover. So Savvy staying with it, just continually kind of pushing it closer and closer to the net. And goalie able to cover. We'll get a draw to the goalie's left. 3:32 left in this third period, in this friendly scrimmage, Minneapolis and Waconia. goes to Waconia. Quick shot, kick save. Corbett denied on the shot off the draw. That's going to come up the middle. Defenseman had started to move to the correct position where the puck was, but Minneapolis able to throw it right up the middle and get through both of them. I'm going to guess we're going to get a whistle on this one. Yep. Oh, no. I don't know why. We had the hands up, but here we go. Held at the blue line. Excuse me. Held by Loomis again. Defenseman floating high, thinking that was coming out. Atkinson holds again. Contested heavily by Minneapolis. So now they're going to get out. That's going to go back to Van Allsburg. She'll turn, wait, now fire it down in the zone, dump and chase. Let her forwards go get that. Minneapolis will pick it up. Inside. Can you hold? Hit that, hit that. There you go, Atkinson.
Go get it!
Backhand attempt, stick save. Minneapolis goalie goes to the face-off draw to her left. Quick shot. Loomis, the stick save again. Back wall. Loomis picks it up. Centering pass attempt. It's right there. Oh, a couple of Waconia skaters kind of getting in front of each other. Neither of them able to get that shot off. Beautiful pass by Loomis, though. That's Van Allsburg. She's got to get on her horse. I'm not sure what she's doing. Shot goes wide right, 153, left in the third. Corbett off the skate of Edel, and it goes out, inadvertently giving a offsides to Minneapolis after they knocked that back in. Here we go. Draw goes to Waconia. Johnson will retreat. She'll pick it up in the defensive zone. 118 left in the third. Johnson looks, turns right at the middle, inadvertently fires it right to a Minneapolis player who will shoot. Edge holds will cover. We'll get a freeze and a face-off to the goalie's right. On the left. Here we go. Quick shot. Minneapolis is down the middle. Backhand attempt. Swiped away initially by Grove. Still loose. Johnson there. Ray Lynn keeping a close eye on it. Covering up. Making a nice seal on that post. Flung up the boards. Kenna just doing all she can. And it's out. And we're going to get a breakaway. Here we go. Quick shot. Another kick save. Loose. Edel thought she was going to get a shot attempt there as well and just lost an edge, unfortunately. Waconia holds his own right inside the blue line, trying to just knock it down. Urbaniak looking. Edel takes a swipe, misses. Excuse me, that was Grove. And Minneapolis is going to come the other way with 5 seconds left. That should do it. We're going to end this one. Waconia comes away with a friendly scrimmage with a 3-1 win. After the 2-2 tie earlier this week on Thursday. Here we go. There we go. Every parent's nightmare, the dog pile and the goalie with a handful of all the girls wearing knives on their shoes. Anyway, everyone's up, no one's hurt. Love to see that. All right, folks, thanks for watching. I think we're back again tomorrow. Are we? Nope, we're not. Oh, yes, we are. 1:45 tomorrow. We are against Hutch. So we'll see you back tomorrow as the Wildcats take on the Tigers. See you then.